Being a social chameleon means you can walk into any room and instantly blend in. You quickly read the people and present yourself in a way that makes them feel like they've known you for years. Does this mean you need to be fake? No, it's about being adaptable. You carefully choose what to say, how to say it, and which aspects of your personality to highlight in that moment. It's like wearing different clothes for different occasions. At the end of the day, it's still you. So in this video, I'll show you how to master this underrated yet powerful skill. Are you one of us? At a subconscious level, people are always asking, are you one of us? If the answer feels like no, they will pull away. To see how powerful this is, let's look at a classic psychology experiment. You have this guy who's just badly lying on the ground and pleading for help. He's in a busy street, you can see a lot of people walking close to him, yet it took over 20 minutes for someone to stop and help him. In the second scenario, you have the same guy in the same spot, but this time he's dressed as a businessman. How did those bystanders react? Well, he didn't even have time to plead for help because in less than 6 seconds, those bystanders turned into good Samaritans. So people are more likely to trust you or help you when they feel that you are similar to them. But how can you create such a feeling, especially when you're talking to a stranger? People have 3 concerns in their minds, and as long as you address them, they will be more open to connecting with you. The first concern is, who is this person? Just like in the first scenario that people judged him for dressing badly, in every other situation, you need to look great so you can leave a great first impression. So dress well, make it a habit that wherever you go, you look presentable. When you approach them, you want to make sure that you don't get too close too quickly. Maintain a friendly eye contact. You can do this by relaxing your eyes, don't give that narrow, evaluative gaze. And use a soft, disarming tone of voice. These simple tricks are especially useful when you are approaching strangers on the street, at a bar, or at the waiting line because that's where people feel exposed and they feel vulnerable. In other words, your job is simple. Don't come off like a crazy fuck. The next concerns are, what does this person want and how long is it going to take? Here you mention that it's not going to take long. For example, hey, I just noticed that you're reading that book. I have been meaning to check it out. Is it worth it? Then follow up with something about them. Interesting. What kind of books do you usually read? While you're talking, give them space, uncross your arms, and angle your body slightly like you're about to leave. Now, considering their concerns can make you leave a great first impression. But the next challenge is to keep the conversation alive. And one of the most effective techniques to do it is by figuring out their communication style and adapting to it. And the best tool for this is the DISC model. It categorizes people into 4 communication styles: dominant, influencer, steady, conscientious. Let's start with dominant. These people maintain a confident body language and speak with certainty even when presenting new ideas. They can quickly size up a situation and determine a course of action. That's why you will often find them in managerial roles. When you're talking to them and you go on and on with unnecessary details, they will probably cut you off and say, yeah, just get to the point. So to connect with them, be direct, show that you can keep up with their pace, and respect their time. If you have this style, you must be careful because, without knowing, you might come across as intimidating or arrogant. Influencers are full of excitement and life. They are very comfortable around you and communicate as if they have known you for years. You'll often find them in sales, marketing, teaching, public speaking, or entertainment. To connect with them, let them talk freely and don't judge them. I mean, you might find their expressiveness annoying or cringeworthy. Instead, try to get close to their energy. But don't match it. You don't want to make it a contest of who is more expressive. And when you're discussing ideas, don't get bogged down in the nitty-gritty details, but focus on the big picture. The downside of this style is that it can make you seem annoying or fake. Steady. Just like influencers, they are people-oriented, but they often work behind the scenes and prefer to support rather than to lead. They make you feel heard and cared for, which is why they often end up in roles like nurses, teachers, or counselors. To connect with them, you need to listen attentively and show that you care about their feelings. The downside of this style is that others may see you as passive and your best ideas or suggestions might get overlooked. Conscientious. Conscientious types value precision and detail. Their body language is more reserved, and they prefer logic over hype. You will often find them in research, engineering, accounting, aviation, in fields where accuracy is critical. To connect with them, support your points with data and evidence, avoid exaggeration or salesy language, give them time to process before making decisions. Now, we all have a bit of each communication style in us, but one will always stand out more than the others. That's why it's important to recognize your own default style, understand theirs, and adjust accordingly. If you are dominant and talking to someone conscientious, you might feel frustrated that they are moving too slowly. Meanwhile, they will be annoyed that you are rushing and possibly sacrificing accuracy or quality. If you are an influencer and speaking with a steady type, you are both people-focused, but you bring high energy while they prefer calm and consistency. By now, you can probably see the power of reading people and adapting to them, but it's not always easy. You will procrastinate, you will feel unmotivated, or find certain conversations boring. The problem is that those negative emotions affect your body language, which then affects how you will be perceived by others. So how do you manage your emotional state? Well, a quick and effective strategy you can use is priming. Before you step into the conversation, think about how you will present yourself. If you're about to speak with someone dominant, remind yourself to keep a confident body language and speak in clear, direct sentences. For an influencer, remind yourself to loosen up your posture, smile more, and be more energetic. Or if you have the time, you could watch some short clips of a character who embodies the style you're about to face. Make sure that you are giving your uninterrupted focus because it will help you notice certain mannerisms and word choices, and you'll be able to present yourself in a similar way. Now, if you want to take things to the next level, try using the sense memory technique. It's the same approach that method actors use to make their performances more believable and powerful. Here's how it works. Think about an experience where you felt a strong emotion. Try to vividly recreate that moment in your mind. The sights, sounds, smells, and even the physical sensations. Make it so real that your body starts to feel it again. For example, to recreate confidence and decisiveness, remember a time when you faced a long-held fear or when you played a challenging game and won. To recreate enthusiasm and optimism, remember the moment with your friends when you couldn't stop laughing, or the thrill of hearing, "You've got the job, we're going on vacation," or "You've got accepted." To recreate warmth and empathy, think about a loved one who comforted you during a tough time. or when your friend was telling you about something painful. To recreate curiosity and respect, you can think about the time when you were reading a book or watching a movie and you faced a surprising twist, or when you solved a complex problem or learned something really cool. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to learn more about this rare skill, I highly recommend reading Human Hacking by Chris Hadnage.